Billion-dollar e-commerce brands have a secret that they use to scale their stores that nobody is talking about. It's a closely guarded secret that you just don't hear on YouTube from any YouTube gurus. Maybe it's because I don't even know about it. The funny thing is, it's so simple and it's so easy to install in your business that once you've done it, the potential that it unlocks is pretty much unlimited. And for the e-commerce brands that aren't doing it, they're gonna be stuck at a few sales per day, no money in the bank, and eventually their business is gonna shut down. Lucky for you, I've been in e-commerce for over 15 years and I've worked inside some of these billion-dollar brands, and I've seen the exact way that they roll out this secret strategy to continue to grow month on month on month and see sales that you could never even imagine. I'm even using these strategies now on my store, where I started at under $1,000 a month and now we're doing millions and millions of dollars per year. So for the first time ever, I'm going to reveal this exact strategy. It's the same strategy that I teach in my Bootcamp Academy that helps emerging e-commerce entrepreneurs go from where they are now to over $1 million a year. I've even created a super easy to follow checklist that you can download, links down below, to implement it directly into your store so you can scale just like these big brands. Most e-commerce gurus and agencies only ever focus on one thing, and that's getting new customers. They use ads and paid influencers to get those customers. Now, this is great to get started, but it's very short-term thinking. It impacts your margins, it impacts your profit, and you'll find it super hard to scale your business. It makes the agencies look great and the gurus look great because you get the sales now and you get that little dopamine hit, but it's not going to be good for you in the long term. Now, the brands that scale think differently. They think long term. Their key focus is not only to get new customers, but how to get customers to buy from them again. Because they know if they can get a customer to come back and buy from them again, they're not going to need to pay for ads, they're not going to need to pay agencies, and they're not going to need to pay influencers. It's all profit when that customer makes their second sale. Here's a little example. Let's say a customer buys a product from you for $60 off your store. You've paid $20 on ads to get that sale. The product cost is $20, and let's just say there's about $10 in overheads to fulfill that order. That means you're only making, say, $10 profit on that order. Now, you're not going to scale very quickly with only $10 profit. Let's just say this customer now comes back a second time. They spend the same $60, cost you $20, cost you $10 in overheads, but this time you don't pay for ads. You've now made $30 profit on this order. Now, if we add up the first and second sales profit, you've made $40 from this customer. Now, that's what we call customer lifetime value, and that's the metric that big brands are using to scale. They focus on the lifetime value of the customer, not the first sale. But I hear you saying, how do we get customers to come back and buy from us again? Well, that's why I created a simple and easy to understand repeat purchase plan. And it's in the PDF in my description. So grab that now and I'll take you through exactly how it works. There's 4 strategies that you need to follow when getting customers to come back. The first one is by creating a memorable experience. And the way we do that is via 2 methods. The first one is making them feel confident they made the right decision in buying from you. We like to use things like sending them a thank you message. This can either be by an email, and a little SMS, or even a phone call. The second thing we want to make sure we're doing is we're updating them on their order. We want to make sure that they know exactly what's happening after they've given you money. We want to be sending them information about the delivery, when it's being packed, when it's on its way, and when it's set to arrive. The other thing that's really important here is if you've set some expectations with them on how long something's going to be delivered, what we want to do is beat those expectations. So that is when they place the order. What about when they receive it? I'm sure when you've received an item from a brand and the opening experience is amazing, you remember that brand and you tell your friends about it. This is what we need you to do. Create an amazing in-parcel experience. And on my checklist here, I've given you a couple of ideas. We could add things in like a little surprise gift. We could add, say, a personal note. Handwritten are the best. We could create unique packaging that stands out, that people remember. We could even put a little offer in there, a little offer that says, hey, thanks for shopping, here's $10 on your next purchase. And then finally, we could do something like a share and win. Share this with your friend and win a prize. We want to create an experience that when they open the box, they get excited, they remember you, and they want to talk about you. Now, the second way to get people back is we're going to persuade them with product. So it's easy to get someone back if you've got a product they want to buy. So in this little checklist, these are the things that we look at to persuade them with product. Can we send them a product that replenishes? Is the product that they bought from us, do they need to buy the same product again from us regularly? Think skincare, coffee, drinks, food. How do we replenish that product? The second thing you could do is, could you sell them a product that's associated to what they previously purchased? Let's just say they bought a winter jacket. Do they need winter pants? Do they need winter socks? Do they need winter trousers? Think of things that go with what they've purchased. We could then also sell them new products. What is it that they've bought that they might like that you've released new? New products are a great way to get people back. So what we want to do is use this spreadsheet to fill this out, find out what your product would be and how frequently you're going to send it to them. Now, of course, we don't want to be doing this manually, so we want to make sure that we systemize everything. We want to set up an email flow in Klaviyo, or implement subscriptions if we can, or if you can do both, that's even better. Now, the third method to get people back to your Shopify store is by rewarding their loyalty. Now, this is really simple. We don't need to overcomplicate this. If someone buys from you, let's give them something as a reward to get them come back. We could reward them based on how much they save. We could allocate some points to them so that they can use next time. Or we could do something a little bit differently. We might add some bonuses. We could give them a welcome discount. We could say happy birthday, send them something in there. Or we could even do something like first purchase birthdays or anniversaries, or even a birthday reminder from when your store started. So we can utilize these ways to reward customers for being loyal to our brand. Now, to use this checklist, what I want you to do is determine what sort of loyalty is it that you want to give the person, and what are the sort of quantities and rewards that you want to give them. And if you can map this out, then you can set it up in, say, a Klaviyo or some sort of loyalty program, and you can send this out on autopilot. And what this means is that you've got people coming in time and time again. Now, the fourth and final way that we get people back is using a win-back sequence. Now, the key behind this one is making sure that we get their attention. Because if they haven't bought from us for a little while, we need to do something that's going to get their attention. And here are 3 ways that we use to get attention. The first one is with a price drop. Nothing beats attention by saying, hey, this product is cheaper. And we can even price drop on the product that they bought from us before to try and get that attention, or we can do a discount or something like that. The second one, which works really well, is what we call a secret offer. So we want to send a really specific offer to that person that no one else sees and let them know that it's a secret that's only there for them. The last one is what we like to call an invite only. We're going to invite them to a sale that's a secret flash sale that only they get access to. We want to make them feel special, but we also want to limit the time. So what we've done on this spreadsheet here is we've talked about the time frame that we want to do this by. And the reason we want to do this is because we don't want to leave this offer open forever. We want to keep it short and tight so that it feels urgent for the customer. So when you're putting this win back offer out there, make sure the time frame is really short. I recommend 1 to 2 weeks. This gives you time to tell them about the offer, tell them about what they could buy with the offer, and then remind them that the offer is about to expire. So these are the 4 strategies that I've deployed into my stores to get me over $1 million a year. These are the same strategies that I deployed to everyone that's in our bootcamp program, and they're implementing in their stores and seeing more and more customers come back and get more profit in their bank accounts. If you want more info or you need more help, drop a comment down below and I'd be more than happy to help.